Move aside, Meghan Markle, there's a new royal podcaster in town. Queen Mary of Denmark is making waves with a new podcast focusing on a topic that's deeply affecting the younger generation, loneliness. What drove her to this mission, and how does it compare to other royal podcasting ventures? Stick around to find out. A new royal voice in the podcasting world. When it comes to royals and podcasts, Meghan Markle's archetypes and Queen Camilla's reading room are often the first to come to mind. Now, Queen Mary of Denmark is stepping into the spotlight with her own podcast, Lonely Youth. In a recent Instagram post, the Australian-born royal announced the launch, sharing her excitement over the new project aimed at raising awareness about loneliness among young people. The podcast, developed by the Mary Foundation, features 3 short episodes that blend expert insights with the personal stories of those who have experienced feelings of isolation. Queen Mary's new endeavor shines a light on an issue that's becoming more prevalent among teenagers and young adults. According to a study, 73% of 16 to 19-year-olds in Denmark report experiencing loneliness, whether they are by themselves or in a group. With numbers like these, Mary sees this podcast as a crucial step toward addressing what she believes is a growing crisis. Her hope is to create a platform that fosters understanding and connection, helping young people feel less alone. The Mary Foundation's ongoing mission. Queen Mary's podcast isn't just a standalone project, it's part of her larger mission to create a more inclusive society. Established in 2007, the Mary Foundation was born out of Mary's desire to support those on the fringes of society, particularly individuals who feel excluded or disconnected. The Foundation's focus on youth and loneliness is a natural extension of Mary's long-standing commitment to tackling social isolation and fostering community. The podcast, while a new medium for the Foundation, is seen as a powerful way to reach younger audiences who often turn to digital platforms for support and understanding. Mary's choice to use a podcast to address loneliness reflects a broader trend among royals who are increasingly using digital media to engage with the public. It's a move that highlights how the monarchy is evolving to stay relevant in an era where traditional communication methods are no longer enough to reach key demographics, particularly young people. With this podcast, Mary hopes to not only raise awareness but also inspire action, encouraging listeners to rethink how they view and address loneliness in their own communities. A royal podcasting trend. Queen Mary's entry into podcasting follows a path set by other prominent royals. Meghan Markle's Archetypes podcast on Spotify focused on challenging stereotypes that hold women back, while Queen Camilla's reading room brought the joy of literature to thousands of listeners. Princess Eugenie also joined the podcasting world with Floodlight, a series dedicated to tackling the modern slavery crisis. Each of these royal-led podcasts carries a distinct message, reflecting the unique interests and passions of the hosts. Mary's podcast stands out by centering on an issue that, while often unspoken, affects countless young people worldwide. What differentiates Lonely Youth from its royal counterparts is its emphasis on a social issue that goes beyond the typical charity work associated with the monarchy. Instead of focusing on uplifting individual stories or educational content, Mary's podcast aims to dig into the emotional and psychological aspects of loneliness. The decision to feature personal narratives alongside expert analysis creates a space where listeners can find both empathy and solutions, offering a blend of comfort and guidance for those grappling with these feelings. A personal and public mission. Mary's dedication to this cause is deeply personal. Throughout her royal career, she has been known for her hands-on approach to social issues, particularly those affecting children and marginalized groups. The Mary Foundation, funded by a national gift collected during her 2004 wedding to King Frederick, has been a vehicle for her efforts to create change. By launching this podcast, Mary isn't just lending her voice to the conversation on loneliness, she's amplifying the voices of those who often go unheard. This endeavor illustrates her desire to break down barriers and foster a sense of belonging for all, starting with the younger generation. So, What do you think about Queen Mary's latest move into the podcasting world? Will Lonely Youth have the same impact as Meghan Markle's or Queen Camilla's initiatives? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this update, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more royal news and updates. Thanks for watching!